They said it was an automatic fine. We caught a fish, but I noticed some tension on our fishing line, and so I was pulling it in because a lot of times we catch more seaweed than fish. So I thought there was seaweed on the line. We picked up glass, plastic, and some grass. We just cleaned up the ocean a little bit. Bam.
So this is like the biggest set of Mylar balloons that we've seen yet, 4 of them. I think thus far in our many travels, we've picked up 3 that we've scooped up out of the water, but we've seen at least 5. So, man, I tell you what, don't buy and don't let go. Just trashing the environment. We are passing by the northern side of Martha's Vineyard on our way to Nova Scotia. Apparently, the sun shirt zips all the way up. Why? I don't know why. Ow. Eyeball. So I guess you can
Go to sleep that way?
Here's Johnny! This is the guest side shower and a skate hatch on this side. I'm noticing water accumulation right there. Not sure if that's, you know, condensation because of the weather lately, but it's, you can see there's moisture buildup right there. So I'm going to dry all this off and then take another look during the day and see how that looks. It's the first time I've ever noticed it, so I'm guessing it's just a weather issue because it's been pretty humid. It's been exceptionally foggy on our trip to Nova Scotia. So I'm guessing that's probably all it is. Not that there's like any leaking or anything. Because even this water right up here, not salty. Not salty.
We like to use our jib to protect our downwind sails when bringing them out and bringing them in. We actually find this works a little easier than using the main to shield the sail. Fog is crazy on this trip from Rhode Island to Nova Scotia. Every late afternoon till late morning we get terrible fog. We're getting a lot of deck slap, and poor Shotzi here is a little sad, so she's sitting on my lap. You can see I'm bundled up with a whole sweater and a hat and everything. doing my checks and have a big quilt on me. It's crazy how cold it is. And then once the sun comes out, I'll be in shorts and a t-shirt. Crazy. This boat is only a couple of feet away, and look how hard he is to see. Even with lights on, the fog is so deep. Everything is just coated and wet from the fog. It's just ridiculous. And if you can see on the table how wet it is. We reduced our sail area because there were gusts of up to 30, and I haven't really seen that all night, but better safe than sorry. So we have one reef in our main and just our jib out. We took our code 0 in.
We are on our way to Nova Scotia. We're probably about 90 miles away from the Chester area. We met a fellow YouTube subscriber, Peter. Thank you so much for offering up your mooring ball so that we can explore Nova Scotia. I'm looking forward to meeting you and your wife as well, so it's going to be awesome. But as you can see behind me, it is it's about 9 o'clock in the morning, and it is foggy. I mean, we are socked in and cannot see a thing. Right before shift change, and happened to look back, and there was a fishing vessel probably about 100 feet off the back of the boat, no AIS, and he hailed her on the radio, said that there's going to be a lot of other fishing boats out here fairly close to the coast of Nova Scotia. The fishing boat frequency is probably going to increase, and so what you can do with your horn, if you are a sailing vessel in kind of austere limited visibility fog conditions, is one long blast, 4 to 6 seconds, and then followed by 2 short or 1 second blasts. Now you're supposed to do that every 2 minutes. That seems to be a lot, but I get it because I don't want to hit anything, and 2 minutes can mean the world of a difference in terms of distance and how you close on a boat. But I'm going to probably do a little bit longer interval, but it's going to be a long watch, and hopefully by the time we get to the mooring ball that we have enough visibility to get into the harbor and find our way there. We had fog coming up the Virginia coastline, North Carolina coastline not too long ago, but at least we had probably closer to about a couple hundred yards, maybe 200 yards of visibility. This just takes the cake. I mean, we are socked in. And the sun is out, but it's slowly starting to burn it off, but we'll see. It's going to be tricky coming in.
Okay, we've been shifting back and forth a lot with our code 0 side to side, and I think we have finally really mastered it because we've done it so many times in a row. Thought we were recording what we just did, but apparently I hadn't hit the start button. But our trick, and we swear by this plan when you're switching, when you're doing a jibe with your code 0 and your main, is to get an engine on, put it at 1500 RPM so you know that you have enough weight on with the boat and you'll keep your heading and not trash your sail like we did with the ASIM. Then you adjust your main slowly to bring it over and prepare for your jibe. Get it centered, do your jibe, and then get it over to the other side, and then move your code 0 to the other side. I am super excited that we have really figured this out, and the headsets, having the headsets on is key for communication.
Good job.
Yay! We're gonna pass pretty closely to this boat, Namaste. It says pleasure vessel, so we should, as a vessel under sail, have right away. I've already hailed them once. I'm trying again, so we're gonna come really close, and I'd like to know their intention. Namaste, namaste, namaste. This is sailing vessel Gotfo, over. We are in total fog and can't see, so we are also blowing our horn on regular intervals. We're not quite doing it every 2 minutes, so I think in our future buy list we're gonna get a hailer, so it'll do the horn automatically. Namaste, go up 1. Namaste, this is sailing vessel Gotfo, over.
Just go back to 16 and let them know what's going on, and then
Namaste, this is sailing vessel Gotfo. Didn't hear you on channel 17. I just want to know your intention. We are a sailing vessel, hoping that you will steer clear of us. Over.
We will make sure we not far away from you. Okay?
Perfect. Thank you so much. Switching back to 1-6.
Thank you so much. Have a nice day. Bye-bye.
Thank you, you too.
So one of the hardest things that I always capture is wave height. So I don't know how well this is coming through, but we did see in the forecast that waves are going to be pushing 2.5 to 3 meters, but they're going to have a nice long period. I think it was a good 6-7 seconds. So they become a lot more rollers, I guess you would call them. And so they're not too bad as opposed to shorter choppy waves. We arrived late last night into the Lunenburg Yacht Club. We had called ahead, they gave us a mooring ball, and we're not going to be here that long because Lunenburg Yacht Club is one of the few places here in Nova Scotia that we can check in.
So
Yeah,
you
a 12
want to
pack.
check? Yeah, 2 12-packs, I think, for the beer. And then for the alcohol,
This is like the most thorough questioning we've ever...
look at their website, because what are we missing? It's been the most tricky country to figure out.
I know.
Are you right at a dock? Because they're seeing you anchored outside of Lunenburg.
No, they asked us to pick up a particular mooring ball. 2-minute dinghy ride away.
Okay, you have to be at the dock.
They don't
Dockers.
have the facility for our size
And
boats to pick up the mooring ball.
Who told you that?
The Lunenburg Yacht Club be more than happy to pick up anyone in our dinghy if you give us permission to do so. But I'm looking at their dock. There is no place for our boat our size to go.
You are required to remain on the vessel. I can't give you an ETA for when they're going to be coming and doing an examination, but they are watching you. Okay, they can see you. So do not move from where you are.
All right, sounds good.
This is the most bizarre freaking customs border process.
Isn't it crazy?
They're watching
They're
you.
watching you. We got a phone call from the Border Protection here in Canada, and they asked us how soon we come ashore, and we said we'll be right there. Brought our dinghy there because they prefer you bring your boat to the dock so they can check it. But as you can see, this dock is way too small to handle a 48-foot catamaran. So they talked to us for quite a while. They said it was an automatic fine because we didn't call right away, and they're tracking our boat, which is a little weird. We told them we found the information on Noonsite and that we thought the hours were 8 to 4, and we slept in because we had done a 3-night overnight passage. Anyway, long story short, they were very understanding, and they said to get the word out that when you come to Canada, they are a 24/7 operation, and we'll post in the description below the number to call. So as soon as you get into Canadian waters, you're supposed to call and say you've arrived. I actually prefer that you give the 72-hour notice before you even enter Canadian waters. So we feel very lucky that we didn't get a fine and that they were very understanding.